What's up everybody, I'm back with another video covering hero combos, tips, and tricks, primarily focusing in on combos for Omega stages, flat stages. We have covered multiple different combos in the past, however, those were on stages like Small Battlefield and Big Battlefield, and just regular Battlefield, places with platforms. This one, no platforms, just your basic flat map and how you can use hero combos to take advantage of your opponent and basically win your games. So let's get into it. So the first few things we're going to cover are all using Oomph. You don't need Oomph to do this, but I find that Oomph does help. Oomph is, of course, one of the options in your menu if you hit down B. So there it is right there. Oomph allows you to do more damage over a 15-second duration. However, you do take damage over a duration if your opponent manages to hit you. So the first thing we're going to cover is Nair to Fair. 34% right out the gate. Oh, he grabbed me. That's not very nice. 34% out of the gate. And that's pretty good for just 2 hits. That already puts your opponent kind of in the mid-range percent, where if you're able to hit something like a crit, it'll probably kill him. Or even just a regular F smash, if you can charge it all the way or get it good, like it just, I'm telling you, it doesn't take much for here to basically stomp on his opponents. You can also do it without Oomph if you don't have time to get that out. Maybe you don't have the time or don't have enough mana to do it. You can still manage to get the combo off. However, you're not going to be rewarded as heavily if you did have Oomph on. Next thing we're going to cover is Oomph to Nair Nair. Basically, your neutral air twice. I'm not a fan of this combo, however, I feel like I should show it just in case. I think that there's just better options you can do, really. But it's there in case you need it. Of course, you can use it if you want to just do Nair to Nair without Oomph on. But again, even then, it didn't usually show up true, even though it is. Just not my favorite. There's far better things you can do. And the last one using Oomph is just going to be your Nair to up tilt. This one does a pretty good considerable amount of damage too, because up tilt is one of Hero's better options. So Nair to up tilt. Puts them in a good position for you too. If there are platforms, you can still do this, and they might fall on a platform, and you can then follow up with an up smash or another up tilt, or even come down on them with your down air. Pretty much the options are endless to your imagination. Oh, that was horrible. Let's try that one. Or you could do up smash. Yeah, that works too. Yeah, I'm thinking that one's gonna probably require an Oomph to actually do it consistently, because I'm getting it almost to a T and not getting it there. So definitely use your Oomph on that one. The next thing we're gonna cover is going to be just a basic combo, no Oomph, no sync up. It's just going to be involving 2 moves. Really simple. This is one of those ones where in the early game state you might get too close to an opponent and you want them to kind of back off. This is a good option. So you have Nair to F tilt. Let's try that again. There we go. I have used Oomph in the past and got it to combo, but it's very, very difficult. Usually the second hit lands and not the first, so be mindful of that. Another thing you can do is you can go Oomph to Nair into up air and then follow up with whatever you want after that. So you have your Nair, let me do this real quick. Nair, and you can follow up with an F or a forward air, or you can even follow up with an additional up air if you want. You got 39% right there. That's awesome damage. That was actually a true combo too, 56%, 4 hits. You did need Oomph for it, but I'm gonna say that's pretty good damage right there. At that point, you can pretty much hit anything in your little catalog and possibly get a kill. It's hard to argue 56% just off of 4 hits. Think we can thwack him? Let's see. Nope, we're not that good. Think we can do it again? Nope, we're still terrible. All right, moving on. Alright, next combo we're going to do is going to be a pretty simple one as well, just involving 1 spell. We're going to go with our Oomph, which that's always the hardest part about pretty much any hero combo, is if you need to use spells, just finding them can be annoying. But you're going to go with Oomph, and what we're going to do is we're going to land a back air into elf tilt. So, here's what that's going to look like. %, just off of 1 interaction. They're basically already at kill percent, because you can end up something like Psych Up and F Smash on the edge. That's it. So it doesn't take much to get a lot basically out of hero. For this next one, we're not going to use any magic. It's going to be as if you have no mana at all. It's depleted, you used it all, so you still need to fight without it. Luckily, we do have ways to do that. What we're going to be doing is we're going to do a bear, which is basically, you know, the back air, but we're going to aim it kind of low at the legs, because we're going to immediately follow up with a grab to down throw. We're going to then follow up with either 2 up airs or 1 nair, depending on what you feel like you're more comfortable with. I usually do the 3 up airs because I feel like it's more guaranteed, but to be honest, I'm pretty sure both are guaranteed. I just favor one more than the other, really. So here's what that's going to look like. Okay, so that one was with the nair. I'm sure you saw the combo counter actually dropped it. You can get it, it's just, it's a very tight window. That's why I feel like the up airs are always a better option. So here's what that looks like. You see, even though it's not picking up the initial back air to down throw, the hit stun that you're causing from your back air into grab does basically make it a true combo. It's just, I guess the combo counter doesn't register it. But that's basically what it's going to look like. These next combos are going to benefit heavily off of using your oomph and your acceleration to basically get the combos. But on top of that, what they're going to be really good at is taking a stock at absurdly low percents. So let's see what these are. We got oomph and accelerate. There it is. All right, we got nair to F smash. 49% 2-hit combo. If that would have critted, there's a high probability that we would actually end up taking that stock at 0%. There we go. And when you get your crit, now that wouldn't normally kill most characters, but when you get your crit, you saw it did well over 80%. All you had to do was land that nair into 80. And there's a good chance if you happen to have a little more damage, maybe you have rage on, or maybe you're not fighting one of the heavier characters like Incineroar, that might have actually taken a stock. Even if your opponent maybe had just a tiny bit more percent on them, you might be able to take the stock. So that's pretty scary that you can win one interaction and just take a stock with this character. Okay, here's another one you might find somewhat useful. You can use your oomph, or you can choose not to. Of course, using oomph will cause more damage. However, we can't always have the ability to pick a spell out whenever we want. So here's the first way we can do it. It's just going to be up air to up air, and then you're going to follow it up with a nair. Or, of course, you can do oomph, and you'll see more damage. So here's what that's going to look like. Alright, that's it without oomph, and this is it with oomph. Alright, 40%. At that point, they're already at 72. There's a lot you can do to take the stock. It's a great tool. Your up air is a little bit inconsistent and sometimes difficult to land on shorter characters, but when you're able to get it, especially on something like down throw, it's an excellent tool that not many people seem to know or use very often. Another option that's really good at kind of the middle percents that you can do is you can do oomph to accelerate, do your nair into a down air, and get a really cool spike off stage. Kind of like the crowd pleaser, I think. Everybody loves a good spike, right? So that looks like he's not back from that. I would even argue that depending on where they're on the stage, you might be able to get them at a much lower percent and still take the stock. So definitely try that one out. It'll work wonders for you. I want to thank you guys so much for being here with this video. And also for supporting the channel. It means a lot to me. You guys have always been there and supported me, so I really appreciate it. We've got 2 more combos to go in this video. Both are going to kind of be those combos that take the stock when it's at a later percent. We're going to set our Incineroar to 85 to kind of, I guess, be that point where we take the stock. So what we're going to do is we're going to use our magic again. You can either do one or you can do either or of these combos. So we need oomph and accelerate. So let's find those really fast. And once we find our spells, what we're going to do is we're going to do up air to back air. So here's what that's going to look like. There we go. Incineroar was at 85. That did 38%. Awesome combo. You can also do it if you choose not to use accelerate and oomph, but it's not really going to take the stock, at least not on Incineroar. But it will combo, even though that didn't say it did. Let's try that one more time. There we go. Huh. A little inconsistent, but it did combo. Anyway, and if you're not comfortable landing the up air, because I know it is kind of difficult to land an up air using accelerate or just even landing an up air in general like that, you can always try this out instead. So what you can do next, instead of doing that falling up air into the back air, because that can be a little difficult, is you can actually go for a nair to fair, and you'll basically get the exact same results. So let's go ahead and try to find our oomph and our accelerate. I hate when they're together like that. That just wastes my time. You're going to catch them with your nair to fair. It should be about 30 to 40 and take the stock. Just like that. That one is going to be far more easy to pull off than your falling up air one. However, I don't think it's as clean as the up air to back air one. It just, the back, I don't know what it is, but hitting that back air just feels so much better for some reason. But that's really it, guys. If you enjoyed the video, feel free to leave a like, subscribe for more. Thank you so much for watching. And if you did manage to make it all the way this far into the video, leave the word cape, that's C-A-P-E, like Hero's Cape. That way I know you made it this far. Thanks again for watching.